Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. I bring to you a series called the What If This Pokemon Had This Move. It can either be one or multiple moves. However, one of the reasons why Pokemon Go PvP is so limited is because so many Pokemon have really bad movesets. So since this has never been done before, as far as like being on YouTube, etc., I thought why not put a video series out there which basically represents Pokemon if they had this move or multiple moves, how powerful and how dominant that Pokemon would be and how much it would affect their potential in any meta. I will be going over each individual mon and going over a matrix of how much this actually flips matchups if you gave the Pokemon this move, or these moves. This video series is designed to help you get a glimpse or get the feel of analyzing putting different or unorthodox movesets on your Pokemon. For example, like Focus Blast on Mewtwo in Season 1 or Flash Cannon on your Hydreigon to take out Togekiss. As you see, these moves have great coverage and might surprise you if you analyze and you use them well. So you can do some really cool things and have coverage against a lot of different meta Pokemon. What if Runerigus had Shadow Claw? Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Alright, so for today's What If episode, I actually had Runerigus. Okay, I am really bad at pronouncing the names of Runerigus or Runerigus. Runerigus I can get, but the other one I get like the C mixed up. So you can make fun of me as much as you want in the comments, but I will do the vocabulary lesson later. Right now, we will do the analysis. Again, I had someone ask about the other form of Yamask. So this is Yamask. Galarian Yamask's evolution is Runerigus. So what Runerigus does is essentially the same thing as Runerigus, but it's a ground type Pokemon. So as you see here, it has the ground type element. With ground type, it gives this Pokemon a special, basically the ability to stop electric type attacks, which there are actually some like electric Pokemon, but however, ground also gives it some unique resistances. So thanks to the Ghost Ground typing, as you see here, it gives it the unique resistance between rock and electric, and it also resists fighting types. So this is a very, very unique Pokemon. As you see, it double resists a lot of things, which is pretty nuts. Now, where Runerigus falls is that Runerigus it has a terrible fast move. It has okay charge moves, but its fast move is absolute doo-doo. It's trash. It's horrifying. Astonish is the worst ghost move of all time, and why give it to something that's already hard enough to get in Galarian Yamask? Because it actually wasn't out for like a long time. It was out for like a little bit, and then it stopped spawning. So, if you have Runerigus, it's been really disrespected. Anyways, a lot of people, a lot of battlers in social media were actually crying as why Runerigus did not get Shadow Claw, which is the exclusive move we will be analyzing today. What if Runerigus got Shadow Claw? Alright, so to prevent further roast on my pride because I cannot pronounce a Pokemon, Cofagrigus. Okay, there you go. I think it's enough of me getting this lesson out. Anyways, as you see here, it is Galarian Yamask that turns into Runerigus if you evolve it near the Dusty Bolt. So, as you see here, it has a very versatile move pool. So, it can even learn Earthquake, so it can learn a lot of really good things. However, I think it was kind of just like put out there just for the event, just so it's kind of there. Because as you look here, it does have things like Earthquake, it does have Rock Slide, it has Bulldoze. Whoever put this out here nerfed it on purpose because Runerigus is if you looked at its stat pool during the analysis, it's actually pretty bulky. So because of the bulky stats, it would have been a very good ghost Pokemon, and it would have been a nice little. It actually would have been a nice little touch because the pool of ghost Pokemon you see nowadays, it's pretty much the same thing: Sableye, Alolan Marowak, and of course the Gengar line. And now you see Jellicent, but other than that, there hasn't really been many Ghost Pokemon that has like such a versatile pool in any Go battling meta, or just in Pokemon Go in general. So, as you see here, it can learn Shadow Claw right here. It learns it via leveling, and you can learn it via TM. So, as to why they didn't even give it a Shadow Claw or even Hex, I don't know why. As you see here, here's the multi-battle simulator. Runerigus has a great defense. It's a very bulky mon, and like I said, it would have been really unique to have it in Go Battle League. Sadly, as long as it keeps Astonished, this is what's going to happen. As you see here, 33%. It literally gets trucked by so many Pokemon in this meta just because of how terrible of a move Astonish is. Astonish is doo-doo. You go from 33% to 38% of matchups, and even in the no shield, you still die to practically most of actually over 50% of every possible mon or combination you have out there, just because Runerigus is that terrible with Astonish. Now, everything's only like 35%. However, if you give it Shadow Claw, as you see here, we do have Shadow Claw. I have the 2 shield right here. You hit the 2 shield, and then this is what you get, 73%. So a whooping, it's more than double effective. It goes from 35 all the way up to 73. And it gets better in the 1 shield too. So just literally Shadow Claw, terrible fast moves, is keeping this mon from being really, really good. As you hear, it goes to 75. And even in the zeros, it's so much more of a huge improvement with just one move. Runerigus is one of those great examples to where if one move got changed and something that like actually is meritable, I don't see how Shadow Claw Runerigus would break the meta entirely. You would still have other mons that check it perfectly. For example, Alolan Marowak can still give Runerigus a problem just because of Shadow Bone, Shadow Ball. And then you have, well, yeah, if you don't get hit by Sandtubes 1,000 times, but also about Runerigus is that you have Azu out there. Sableye does beat Runerigus in the long run just because of its dark typing, so it doesn't take as much damage from Shadow Claw as would be if, for example, like I said, Alolan Marowak was taking Shadow Claw damage. So there's a lot of things that are meta in Go Battle League that can actually take out Runerigus. There are much more oppressive things out there that can take out this monster. So the question is, why is it so... What would happen if we saw the comparison? Maybe we'll understand in the pvpoke.com matrix exactly why Runerigus wasn't given Shadow Claw. Is it too overpowered? Alright, here's Runerigus. As I always say, please consider joining pvpoke.com. My favorite part of every video is Matrix because we get to see what beats what. And as you see here, we got our Shadow Claw Runerigus, and then we also have the original crappy Astonish version. So we hit the 2 shield, as you see here, and we have Battle. Now, if you look how good Runerigus would be if it just got Shadow Claw, look how strong Runerigus is. With Shadow Claw, you're able to beat Altaria, Azu. Yes, you can beat Azu in the 2 shield with Runerigus. You can also beat Bastiodon. You can beat Chestnut, Drifblim, Frostless. Yes, you can beat Frostless. Yes, Frostless is super effective. However, because you have Shadow Claw, you do big damage against Frostless. You can also beat Haunter, Shadow Hypno, Jellicent, Alolan Marowak, Mew, even Registeel, Sableye, and Scrafty. I can kind of see why it doesn't have Shadow Claw. Dang. You beat Skarmory, you also beat Stunfisk, and you beat both versions of G-Fisk. You beat Talonflame as well. Venusaur and Vigoroth. It's pretty nuts just how powerful this thing is. Of course, Wigglytuff beats you because it's freaking Wigglytuff, and it does resist your Shadow Claws. However, if you look over here, Runerigus is a beast. If it had Shadow Claw, it would flip so many matchups. And it would actually beat a lot of top meta picks, as you see here, just by having... Yeah, it would beat a lot of top meta picks if it just had Shadow Claw. In fact, I kind of would have liked it to have Shadow Claw. Maybe, yeah, I kind of would have liked it. That's a 2 shield, here's the 1 shield. As you see in the 1 shield, you're able to beat Altaria, you're able to beat Bastion. You lose against Azu this time around. I'm guessing it's because Azu can chunk with those Ice Beams and Hydro Pumps. You still beat a slew of Pokemon in the 1 shield. The Psychic types, the Ghost types. Can you buck off Antula? You beat Alolan Marowak, Mew, Registeel, Skarmory. You still beat the Steel Archetype. It's really interesting how, like, Runerigus is able to absolutely just destroy the Steel Archetype. You still beat Skarmory, you still beat G-Fisk, you still beat Swampert, Talonflame, etc. I'm guessing that Sandtomb debuff really does matter in the long run. As you see here, you still beat Vigoroth. Obviously, you're going to lose against things like Tropius, grass types, anything that beats dark type as well as Venusaur or grass type. So if Runerigus ever got Shadow Claw, you would see a very grass heavy meta take place. If you haven't seen it already. Well, grass has been a prevalent typing forever in Go Battle League, so it's not really a surprise. In the zeros, Runerigus goes to town because it has Shadow Ball. As you see here, you're able to Shadow Ball plenty of things to Oblivion. Like I said, you're going to lose against Frostless or anything that nukes you just because Avalanche will probably do just big damage. Grass types do heavy damage against you, but you still beat so many other you beat so many other Pokemon here. Like, you beat a lot of top meta picks as well. So I can see why Runerigus didn't get Shadow Claw, but at the same time, I kind of wish. I mean, it's not like Runerigus isn't like Swampert or Galarian Stunfisk, with two very overpowered Pokemon, which actually do way better than Runerigus does in the long run. Hell, like, they have been prevalent for so long, it's not a surprise to see why Runerigus would not get Shadow Claw. As you see here, you still lose against a slew of other Pokemon in a lot of scenarios. You still lose against the popular Dark typing, as well as Grass types, and Water types as well. So Runerigus does have its weaknesses do run plenty, so kind of wonder why it never got Shadow Claw. Maybe they did it on purpose, or maybe they just really don't. Maybe Niantic's PvP team doesn't spend as much time on PvP as you would think you thought to be. Anyways, Runerigus is not that great for Go Battle League, unfortunately. If it got Shadow Claw, it'd be really, really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Runerigus is a perfect example of what would happen, like a Pokemon that should really, in my opinion, get the respect it deserves, in the fact that why Astonish, why just give it Astonish? Like, for example, I think another example for Astonish is probably the Misdreavious line. Like, Misdreavious is very, like, Astonish has brought so many great ghost type Pokemon to just its knees, and Misdreavious is just like a big example, especially this evolution Mismagius. If it got Shadow Claw, like, it would be pretty good as well. However, unfortunately, that's not the way Go Battle League works or Pokemon Go PvP. So again, a lot of people were questioning why Runerigus did not get Shadow Claw. Unfortunately, as you see here, it would have been really good if it did, even just one move. However, a lot of Pokemon do come out there where if you got one adjustment to their fast moves, it would be really good or playable. However, because there's no bans in Go Battle League or anything like that, you can't limit the meta anyways, and I think the recent releases like Medicham XL and the XL Pokemon in general have really changed the landscape of Pokemon Go PvP for the worse rather than the better, because it makes the likelihood that Pokemon like Runerigus will never get the respect they deserve, unless Niantic magically decides to put an event out there and buff random Pokemon like they've done before, or accidentally give a legacy move to something like the Leap with Bullet Seed. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you do find a Pokemon, please put it in the comments. I will analyze, take a look at it. If I think it's really good and interesting, I will make a video. Even if it doesn't get released now, I might release it later. You never know. They will always credit the person that does make the suggestion, as I always do in the beginning, or like in the, near the beginning of the video, or sometime in between. Anyways, I hope you guys, again, please put in the comments you enjoyed. I hope you guys please like and subscribe. I hope you guys are doing great on your Go Battle League sets. And I will see you guys on the next episode of What If This Pokemon Got These Moves, or this move, or these moves.